the past year, the mid-range category of smartphones has been quite popular due to the fact that the flagship phones are becoming more and more pricier day by day and is touching almost that $1,000 to $1,500 mark. So people are looking for a more affordable way to get into the smartphone, and also for that the mid-range market has been popular and companies such as Realme, Xiaomi are dominating this price point. Samsung too wanted a piece of the cake, and thus they are also competing with their A series of lineup. And today I have the Samsung Galaxy A71, which is the highest end offering on their A series right here in 2020. Hey guys, it's me ABM and thanks for checking out Tic-Tac-Toe. So the build of the device is pretty good. It's made up of what Samsung calls to be glasstic, which is just a fancier name for saying it's a clear polycarbonate plastic backing, but it does mimic the feel of glass at a certain degree, so Samsung's marketing terms are somewhat true. The side rails are also made up of plastic, but the metallic paint job gives it a nice metallic feel and also the look. The camera bump protrudes a little bit, but other than that it's pretty nice and ain't that drastic as the Note 20 Ultra. You will find the volume rockers and the power switch on the right hand side of the display, and also you will find a USB Type-C port, a headphone jack, one primary microphone and the bottom firing speaker in the bottom of the phone. On top you will find the regular noise cancelling microphone, and on the left hand side you will find the SIM card tray. On the front we are getting a massive 6.7-inch Super AMOLED Full HD Plus display with unfortunately 60Hz refresh rate, but great color sharpness, and also it is HDR10 certified, so you can watch HDR certified shows on Netflix or YouTube. And as you are getting also a wine license, you can stream HD content on streaming services. The colors are punchy, the text is sharp as I told earlier, and also it gets plenty bright and thus is great for outdoor usability. We also get a punch hole front camera, which I will talk about a bit later on, but for now let's just say that it doesn't protrude much into your viewing area and thus provide a decent viewing experience, and also it doesn't attract as much attention like any large notch like Apple implements on their iPhones. The top earpiece speaker sounds really good. It does not unfortunately provide a stereo effect, but for taking calls it's plenty clear, loud, and I have had no issues hearing the person on the other side of the call. The audio department lacks a bit due to the fact that it does not have stereo speakers, but the bottom loud firing speaker is pretty loud, has great clarity, and it does not get distorted at higher volumes. The headphone jack is a bonus because most phones in 2020 does not have one, and getting an analog signal means that you can use any wired earphones, and thus I really like that. The performance is really good too. You're getting a 730 instead of 730G, but you do not get as much of a drastic difference between the two. It's just that the 730G is a latest iteration with a slightly overclocked speed. Other than that, the 730 is by no means a bad chipset and runs smoothly. Samsung's software One UI 2.0, which is on top of Android 10, runs smoothly. I have not noticed any lags or frame drops on any parts of the user interface. The user interface is clean, and also it has little to less bloatware. Day-to-day tasks perform just fine, and I haven't had any issues while browsing social media or to just write notes. Playing games feels like a breeze as they run smoothly. PUBG runs on HD and high frame rate without any frame lag or drops, and I can say the same for Call of Duty Mobile and also Asphalt 9, which plays pretty smoothly. Now the battery life. The 4000 mAh cell inside provides about 5 to 6 hours of endurance. I did expect a little bit more, but then you gotta see that battery is powering on that massive and bright 6.7-inch display, and also that One UI hasn't never been that much battery centric of a software, so yeah, it's decent but not the best. You also get a 27-watt fast charging brick which charges this phone from 0 to 100 in just a shy of 1 hour and 15 minutes. We unfortunately don't get wireless charging, but it is quite normal at this price point. On the back we get a quad camera system consisting of 64 megapixel main shooter, 8 megapixel ultra wide and a 5 megapixel macro with a rather useless depth sensor. The 64 megapixel shooter does a decent job in good lighting has great details, colors are punchy, although it might look a bit oversaturated in some cases, but yeah, it's good too. The high dynamic range is wide, and also nighttime photography is decent compared to many other phones in this price band, but falls short when compared to flagship devices. The 8 megapixel ultra wide shooter does a pretty decent job too, but falls really short in terms of nighttime photography, and it lacks details, the colors are washed out, and has many other issues. The macro camera is useful in certain cases, but it's not something that you will use every day, and the depth sensor, as I told earlier, is useless. The front 32 megapixel shooter is really good too. It has great dynamic range, I have noticed that too. It has great colors, the details are there, so yeah, not a bad shooter at all. So both the front and back cameras have 4K video recording capabilities with stabilization only available for 1080p videos. I would have liked to see a 60 frames option, but we are stuck with 30 and 24 for the time being, and Samsung can definitely add that with just a software update. So that's been it for today guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please do subscribe and leave a like down below. Also do stay tuned for new amazing content just like this one. And that's me signing off. See you in the next one.